Since Java is an object-oriented language, the first question that comes up with are what are object and class concept in Java. So object is an entity that has state and behavior. For example, consider this bunch of images. In the first image, you see a boy reading a book. So he is an object of type student. When we say state of this student, so he can have ID, he can have name. When we say behavior, so read is one of the behavior of this student. Consider the next image. So we have two animals here. One is cat, one is mouse. So they both belongs to object of type animal. So when we say state, so they can have name. So example Tom and Jerry. And when we say the behavior, so one of the behavior of Tom is to chase, always chasing the Jerry, and one of the behavior of Jerry is to run away from Tom. Object can be physical or logical. For example, consider bank account. So your bank account object lies somewhere in the banking system, but you can't physically see or touch it. So that is the reason bank account object is a logical object. So when we say the state of the object, so we can have bank account number. And when we say the behavior, so behavior could be deposit the money, withdraw the money. So object has three characteristics. First is the state that represents the data of an object. Second, the behavior that represents the functionality of object. And third is the identity. Identity is typically implemented via unique ID and it won't be visible to the external user. Class is a template or blueprint from which objects are created. So it is a logical entity. Unlike the object, it can't be physical. Let's understand this with help of an example. In this example, we have a class of type vehicle. When we say the state, so it could have number of wheel, it could have brand name, it could have color. When we say the functionality, so one of the functionality is start. The way vehicle is started, it could be electric or it could be manual. The way change gear works, it could be semi-automatic, it could be manual or fully automatic. So this is merely blueprint of an object from which we can have the concrete object. For example, we can have bike with two wheel, green color, some brand name. We can have a car with four wheels, orange color and some brand name, and similarly we can have bus.